We are here, First and 49ers podcast. Cole McMahon here, joined by Rich and 49er Media. Guys, this was a tough one. It stings. Never experienced a playoff loss this bad. Outside the Super Bowl, just a decimation like this. Rich, I'll give it to you. What are your first initial thoughts of this game?
We finally just ran out of players, man. Look, Christian got hurt.
Yeah.
Tom just was hurt. We just finally ran out of guys. And that's a good football team.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that. That is a good football team. They beat us up.
For a reason.
Yeah, they beat us up, man. That wasn't even like just a game. That was a beatdown.
Yeah.
It was a rough watch, man. That was a rough watch all the way to the end. It was like oof, oof, oof.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't give up. That's the one thing. They didn't give up all the way to the end of that game.
Yeah,
Guys still went out there.
They were down by 18 points by the first quarter almost, it seemed like. But yeah, that's a good point. They didn't give up. They were down by 35 at some point, and they were still out there for the most part. But yeah, it just stings. Going into this game, I was excited. I was hopeful. The way the Niners were able to play against Philadelphia, the way they were able to actually tackle compared to Week 18, it just seemed like it was basically what Week 18 should have been, because they actually were able to score points this game, the Seahawks, because it felt like a 30-3 loss in Week 18, and this time the Seahawks were just able to capitalize. And the whole storyline was Sam Darnold, with the oblique injury, maybe possibly playing or not. It was like a Jimmy G game for him. He didn't even have to throw the ball, just hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet the entire time. And it was just a repeat, it seemed like, from Week 18.
Their front four owned our offensive line. Our offensive line, they were just getting blown off the ball. They didn't have to bring in any extra guys. So they were able to cover all our guys. None of our receivers were getting open, none.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
None of our guys got open. Christian was having a rough day because the line was just getting overwhelmed. They were sending four and overwhelming our line.
Yeah.
And then on defense, I thought we played pretty well for a while. It was just, I think the guys just finally ran out of gas.
Yeah.
They finally just ran out of gas. And Brock was running for his life. Anybody that wants to, throw shade at Brock after that game,
no,
he's the only reason that we were even close in that game and made it look competitive.
Yeah. Media, got anything to say? Just initial thoughts, reactions from the game?
First of all, nice to meet you, Rich.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, man. It's just
49 Media, Rich.
But yeah, man, it's just I'm not even sad about this game. I feel like it's just a sense of disappointment. And I get it just with all these injuries, but man, what a story it would have been. And it's still an amazing story. I'm just really proud of these guys. I feel like these rookies overall had a pretty good season. Most of these guys showed some flashes, I feel like, especially on the defense. And it's just unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not blaming Brock on this one, even though he had that pick, because that pick was just anyways way too late in the game. It's not like that would have affected the game really much at all. So again, that interception didn't really matter.
You had to throw the risk level up. You had to throw the risk level up when you're that far behind.
Exactly.
Farrell didn't even try for that ball either, though. I don't know about you, but when I was watching that, it's like he didn't even put up a fight for it. He just let it happen, it seemed like.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a late throw by Brock, though, because I saw the replay and I was like, Farrell was open. It's just Purdy threw it a little late. But, it's tough. I don't know, though. I hope this, puts a switch on Kyle Shanahan, and I don't know if it will, because we know what Kyle is with his ego, and he likes to stay his ways. But they got to invest on this offensive line, because Seattle's a young defense. You're going to be dealing with them for years to come. So,
the thing is, someone's going to. So Spencer Burford's going to be a free agent this offseason. Someone's going to give him $20 million. You realize that, right? $20 million a season.
Yeah,
he's gone. Yeah. Trent's gonna, kick in 40's doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be shocked if Trent retires even.
Yeah, I know. This is the kind of thing that could take a guy like him and just say, screw it, I'm out.
Yeah, like this is our maybe your last shot finally, and just to go out like that is depressing. But
Well, when you look a little bit more at the offense too, I mean, Christian's going to be 30 after getting 400
old.
plus carries and a stinger.
Kittle with an Achilles injury. He's 31 right now. Guys are getting
Warner coming off
we
the
don't know when he's.
ankle.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Warner's
Yeah, no, I'm
ankle
not.
because that's a broken bone. That's not a tendon.
And I mean, he doesn't have the
Any of that kind
history
of
of
stuff.
getting hurt, right? Like we've seen, unfortunately,
Yep.
Kittle deal with some injuries. CMC obviously with the
It's the offense.
bilateral Achilles tendonitis. So I mean, yeah, I think out of the players that did get hurt, I'm not too concerned about Warner. And then obviously, you have Bosa and Michael Williams.
Yeah, but Michael probably won't be back till mid-season at best. Bosa might be back for the regular season opening, just because he's that good an athlete and he's been gone long enough. But I mean, I'll tell you positive about tonight. We got to see Jordan James finally run the ball.
His first rush, 7 yards, 7-yard carry. That's hopeful for the future.
Dude, you know what made this game so annoying though? Like aside from us playing so
getting
bad,
crushed 41-6.
Yeah, freaking Tom Brady, bro.
Oh, he was pissing me off.
Dude, he was literally pissing me off because all you would talk about is Seahawks. And I get that they're winning and, but it's like, dude, and then everybody's giving them credit. It's like, bro, you literally played an injured 49ers team that's just been fighting its way the whole time.
I do the same thing I do with Aikman and Buck. Is I basically turn the volume all the way down and listen to the radio play.
It's a smart way to do it.
It's off by about 25 seconds, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think just recapping the game, though, I mean, just from the start, if we're talking about what the Niners needed to do in this game to be successful, I think every single thing they needed to do, they didn't do. And that was one, the turnover battle. The Niners needed to protect the ball in this game. Number two, they needed to stop the run and they needed to tackle. They needed to tackle well.
And they didn't do any of those.
That either. Those are like the two big things. And
penalties.
None of the above.
They did none of the above.
And then the penalties, like Marcus Siegel, bro. Also, like he wasn't great tonight. So
no, and then
and also when they sat Green down and Luter went in, JSN scored a touchdown. The first play that Luter
also the problem was though
that was a good throw by Darnold. I got to give him credit for that.
No, but the problem was Siegel also he was trying to go too much after Darnold because he saw the pressure. Instead, he was supposed to continue to go back and like be covering that where JSN scored that touchdown.
But Luter was like trail technique right behind him. I mean, it was his first play in. And then that other play where he went to go play press man on the guy. I think it was Bora. I think it's his name, right? Bora.
Yeah. Oh, Bobo.
Bobo. Yeah, Bobo. So Bobo faked him outside, slanted right in front of his face, got the first down and more. I mean, I'm like, Luter's not a press man corner. What are you doing?
I think also Kyle.
Why did he bench? I think it was because it was 2nd and 20 or something. I think that's why he was yelling at him.
Yeah.
Green was
but what I would have done is Kyle, I would have benched him after that drive. I wouldn't have just put in Luter right near the goal line. That just puts so much stress on the guy already when he's not, your regular cornerback getting, all the snaps anyways.
Yeah, it was a mess.
I thought that was just like, okay, I get Kyle. Also, the stuff that pissed me off is when we were going on 4th down. Why the heck are you running toss play with Kyle Juszczyk?
2 weeks ago. I think it was against the Seahawks too, and he did a stupid play like that.
Yeah.
Look, that Juszczyk
power play. Yeah, whatever Grant Cohn called it.
No, it's I'm forgetting what it's called, but it's like a zone read, but whatever. Pitch play, and you're supposed to run down the sideline. It was like, why are you doing that with your 2 slowest guys, and why are you going wide? I mean, and I know why, because on the series before when they went for the first down, Christian got stonewalled.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, Kyle's coaching scared right now. He's coaching scared right now. I was like, what are you doing?
But I mean, the whole game plan I mean, it had to have just gotten tossed out the window. The Niners were down already 17-0. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 95-yard kickoff return. That's the one big thing. All of a sudden, special teams not helping us there.
Our old special teams was back.
The Niners missed the 4th and 1 with that dumb play, with that pitch play. And then right after that, the Niners defense gets somewhat of a stop. You know, they hold the Seahawks for 3 points, 10-0 at that point. And then immediately after, Jake Ton just with the fumble, Ernest Jones forced that. That was a big blow right there.
That was a forced fumble. That was a forced fumble. That wasn't like I mean, the guy had his legs wrapped and then he basically ripped the ball out. And I mean, he was.
And then from that, the Seahawks scored. So right there, 17-0 in the first quarter. You know, offensive plans thrown automatically out the window because now you got to somehow try to get back into the game quickly because you know the Seahawks defense is elite. And right then and there, it was almost over because after that you got the what was it, the pick a couple drives later, but
and Kyle doesn't do hurry up. So
that's the thing. This Seahawks offense, their game plan was great. They were playing fast from the get-go. They were playing no huddle. They're getting to the line quickly. Niners defense wasn't ready for it. Short week of rest. You know, you can't complain about that. But I mean, they
came hard.
Yeah, they came hard. They came ready to play. And it was just another physical beatdown. It was like week 18. It was just 20 times worse.
Yeah, and like I said, it was funny because it was like all our guys just started falling apart like midway through that game. Christian right before the half had the stinger. Ton just was limping around.
It was like a no contact injury.
That's what I thought with Ton. Just like I was like, is it ACL or Achilles or something? Yeah,
he went down and he just twisted his ankle. I think. Yeah, I think it was just a simple goofy thing that he just couldn't get back in. But then look, and their secondary, they dominated our receivers. Our receivers, not one guy could get open. And Pearsall shouldn't even been out there.
Non-factor.
He shouldn't even been out. I don't even think he had a catch.
He had that one play that should have been a caught, but he didn't come up with it. That's about it.
He was damaged goods. I don't know why they put him out there. He must have said, "Oh, I'll try to give it a go." Yeah, I thought the threat of him would be good, but they were suffocating. I mean, they just beat our guys up so bad.
He was my X factor going into the game because, you know, we've talked about it before. I talked about it with media is like he was going to be able to stretch down the field, you know, spread out that defense a bit to allow Chris McCaffrey to get going.
At least keep him honest. At least keep him honest.
Because I thought he's the only one. Him and Jennings.
It's just a bad matchup. It was just a mismatch of, you know, two teams, and the Niners are on the losing end of it. The Seahawks team is an elite team. They're the 1 seed for a reason. Elite defense. Sam Darnold didn't even have to do anything. It was a Jimmy G game for him. Just had to hand the ball off. And that's that.
And I mean, he had a really simple game.
Yeah.
And because I mean they were up 7-0 after the first play of the game, so he was able to just.
He had 17 pass attempts. He was 12 for 17, 124 yards, and had the 1 touchdown where Darrell Luter was on coverage. Granted, it was still a good throw, but Sam Darnold practically did nothing.
Jimmy G-esque.
I thought we were gonna have a crack after Charbonnet went down too. I thought there was gonna be a chance there. I was like, all right, you know what? He's their better back. And then Walker came in and he's fast. He looked like Raheem Mostert out there. He was so fast.
This team reminds me of the 2019 Niners a bit. They got that elite defense.
They're the run game. They're bullies too, man. They want to take your lunch money.
Yeah,
dude, I was sick to my stomach watching Eric freaking Saubert out there, like actually making plays for them. I was like,
it's tough.
Legend.
It's tough.
I have not seen anything about the injuries though, because I'm like not seeing any tweets coming out, even though I know they're live and Kyle Shannon's speaking. So,
they're probably having a long locker room, you know, shebang and everything afterwards. I mean, it is
because Kyle's speaking to the media right now.
Oh, is he okay?
Is he on though, or is it just
no? He's on. He's been talking for like the last few minutes. So,
that is weird. I'm sure we'll get stuff soon, but.
Because you don't know who's going to go at him. There's going to be somebody that's going to go at him.
Yeah.
Probably Grant.
11 carries, 35 yards rushing for McCaffrey. Jordan James, 6 carries, 28 yards. That is a plus for this game. 4.7 yards per carry there. But I mean, getting back to the Seahawks rushing game, definitely it's almost a replica from week 18. Ran for 175 yards. K9 had 116 yards rushing. Cooper Kupp, I mean, that was a little bit unexpected as well. He was kind of the go-to guy. JSN only had 3 catches for 19 yards, but it was the run game, you know?
Kupp was
This
running
game,
roughshod through our guys. He was running roughshod through our secondary.
this game with Kenneth Walker reminded me of like the Lions game, but like twice as worse. Yeah, that the NFC championship game, but like 5 times worse.
Like I said, I thought he looked like Mostert because he was just hitting the corner so hard.
He's shifty, man.
For whatever reason, the Niners just can't set the edge. I mean, they couldn't set the edge.
It's
Well,
because
that's why I think a guy like having Michael Williams helped so much, even though he wasn't getting the sacks, is because, dude, when he was playing, like you saw
our defense was
he would
number
be able to
5 and 6 in the league against the run.
edge.
He went out and we ended up at 26.
Yeah, wow.
That's the Michael Williams impact. Believe it or not, it's crazy.
I thought it was nice to see CJ West get a sack.
I think that was one of the big bright spots. I think the past couple weeks, I've been seeing him continuously get more pressure up the middle. So I think that's something to look forward to for next season. That was a good sack too. I thought, I mean, I'm not hoping for any injuries, but I thought Sam Darnold was shaking up there a little bit. I thought I was going to give the Niners a little bit of a break, but I mean, I guess it didn't matter because they just ran the ball down their throats.
Yeah. Well, and it stunk that freaking that Jordan Elliott hold up the gut.
Yeah.
It was like,
I think Niners should actually just cut Jordan Elliott. I don't know if is he a free agent? Maybe.
I mean,
I think he and Clea Davis are both. I think he and Clea Davis are both free agents.
Get Davis gone, Elliott gone. You know, just keep the young guys, Collins, CJ West. They're going to be
bring
there.
in some other
got to bring in some good new.
And I really like Keon White. I would actually
keep White.
So Keon White, he has one more
man.
year.
Get rid
of
Matos.
Get rid of Matos. Get rid of him, man.
Okay, Matos is a free agent. There's no way they're bringing him back. Jordan Elliott's a free agent.
He can't stay healthy.
Evan Givens, I don't know what the heck he does. I don't know why they keep bringing him back.
I'd bring Clea back. That's it. Clea's the only guy that played well.
Yeah.
I think someone though might give him a decent contract just because he did finally show something. But
I think he'll stay with us because he ends up on practice squads when he's not playing for us.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sam Okonwu is a free agent, but he's restricted.
Yeah, we'll keep him.
Niners got penalties too. This would have been a 15-yarder. Like, what are we doing here, Lenore? I know they got beef and everything, but show it on the field. Don't be stupid like that. That could have cost them another 15 yards. I know Trent Williams is doing a couple stuff like that. They didn't call, thankfully.
Trent's got a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's not that many free agents I would even bring back. Like the Niners don't have.
No, it's got to be a big overhaul on defense.
Yeah, but the offense is worse, man. The offense is worse.
No wide receivers.
No wide receiver threats. I like Jawan Jennings, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just got rid of all those guys.
He's gone. He's gonna be gone.
Start from scratch. Draft. You guys got to draft well.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing: we got 2 guys already because Cowing and Watkins are sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, that too.
Dude, when I saw that
he 2 guys right there
inactive, I was like, "Bro, are you kidding me?"
No, it's because they brought up Hulk and the other guy so they could get paid playoff money. That was the only reason. They jump around and try to get those practice squads a game check here and there, and that's basically.
Do you guys know how many picks we're supposed to have?
I think 8. I think it's 8 because what do we have? We had 11 last year, right? This past year, I think it was 11, but I think we have 8.
I think.
I don't think they've doled out all the comp picks yet, so we may get a couple more.
Yeah, I see 7 right now because Yahoo just put out an article like 45 minutes ago. Okay. So we have a 1st-round pick, 2nd-round pick, 3rd-round pick. Projected, we'll have our own 4th-round pick, and then we're projected to have 2 4ths and a projected 5th comp pick.
We'll trade Mac Jones for a 2nd.
Yeah, probably. I'd prefer to keep him, but at this point. the Niners, like, they just got to hit. They got to hit in the draft. I'm looking at some of the
But we
Seahawks
need,
draft
but we
picks.
need players.
Yeah,
We don't need backups at this point. Look, Curtis Rourke will be our backup next year.
Yeah.
So just Curtis Rourke will be the backup. Mac Jones will be a second round pick playing. He'll be playing somewhere, and we'll have our pick.
Yeah, I literally see no one on the free agent list that I would bring back.
No. Seriously,
Like, okay, you bring
none
in
of them.
Sam Okwanu, that's fine. I mean, he's restricted anyways, so.
and do you think we
Yes,
should
but
try to
he's not-
revamp our
it's not gonna be
O-line
big money.
Yes. Revamp the offense.
interior? I mean, I don't know because Purdy
Even
was
the
running for his life
tackle.
tonight.
Yeah,
He was running for his
interior.
life. He had no
Look,
time to pass the ball.
We need a swing tackle.
Yeah.
We need a swing tackle,
Mhm.
and then we need a left guard.
Yeah.
Possibly. What about Jake Brendel?
McKivitz is. Yeah,
I think
they like Brendel. Pooney's
yeah,
good.
Pooney had a
and
regress
McKivitz
year,
is on a
but
3-year deal.
I thought like Pooney I know he was dealing with injuries and stuff too, so I have less worries about Pooney. But yeah, if they can upgrade at obviously the left guard and that center position, and yeah, man, the swing tackle they've always tried to go for it. Because remember when they had like Jalen Moore, and they thought, oh, he could be the swing tackle, and then it was like they found out, oh, he can only play, inside. And then like I know
They keep trying to make guards tackles.
yeah, and then I
is the
know,
problem.
I mean, obviously I know he wasn't a swing tackle, but like Nick Zakel, right? They just kept trying to make him a guard, and then finally they were like, oh, let's make him a center.
Yeah, here's a thought. Let's actually have guys at the positions they play.
Yeah.
Well, and they kept trying to make Burford a tackle.
Yeah.
They kept trying to make Burford a tackle. They kept trying,
Oh yeah,
couldn't
that's
do it.
another
And
good
then
point.
all of a sudden, they throw him in at left guard, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, this guy can actually play.
And that's what he showed his rookie year too, that like he was better at the guard position.
This is something interesting.
His feet aren't good enough, and his arms are too short to play tackle.
Phone is held together with duct tape as long as possible.
Receivers will definitely be high on the list of needs, like we were talking about. Group had 3 catches. Our wide receivers had 3 catches in the game for 24 yards on 10 targets. Brandon Ayuk certainly gone. Juwan Jennings, Bourne are free agents, and Ricky Pearsall needs to get and stay healthy. I mean, that's just pathetic. 10
and
targets,
add Cowing
3
to the
catches.
list of needs to stay.
Our leading receivers, I think, were Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And Jake Tonjes, I think.
Let me see.
Yeah, Jake Tonjes, 59 yards, 5
had 6
receptions.
catches.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 5.
Yeah, it was Jake
Tonjes, 5
Tonjes,
receptions
5
for 39 yards.
Yep, and then Jennings for 223. Juszczyk only had 1 for 11. I was like, I thought we'd use him a little bit more.
Him a lot this game, yeah.
I thought so too. And the way they used him was horrible.
And then Demarcus Robinson.
They were trying to make a gadget guy out of him.
Nothing.
Yeah, they didn't really run much for him. And the problem against that defense, he's too slow.
Yeah.
There's no holes.
He's just too slow.
The only way he's pretty good is up the middle, and they were staunch in the middle. They were a brick wall.
He's a rub route guy, so you actually need to X him off with other guys, and rub routes get him open, and there's nobody else with any speed to run a guy off to make a rub route even work.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't be shocked if Niners just move off of Demarcus Robinson.
I think he signed a 2-year deal.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a 2-year deal, but I wouldn't like.
It's probably an opt out after 1, but
yeah,
if you've got no JJ, he kind of replaces JJ.
Yeah, that's true.
Because look, Kendrick Bourne's going to go wherever we trade Mac.
Probably, yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen.
That's the way to keep his career alive.
Yeah, I mean, wherever Mac ends up is probably where he'll go.
Okay, it's fine. His cap, it's like 2.7 million for Demarcus Robinson.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money.
Yeah.
But we need a legit number 1.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, like legit.
Yeah, we need a Justin Jefferson kind of guy, Jamar Chase. We need a big receiver that's fast, and the Niners don't have. Brandon Ayuk was the closest thing to that, and even if he was on someone else's team, he probably would have been a second wide receiver 2 at best. I feel like.
Yeah, I always felt he was like a 2. I never thought he was a.
He's like a low end. He's a very low end 1, but he's a high end 2.
Correct.
Yeah.
Best way to sum him up. Hands were elite. Speed wasn't elite. Great blocker.
4 49ers 35-point loss is the second biggest playoff defeat in franchise history and the biggest defeat of the Kyle Shanahan era since 2017. And this is the first time the Niners have lost in the divisional round in a long time, going back to the Jim Harbaugh era. Since I think 2003, the Niners have made it to the NFC Championship every game. The only bigger postseason loss was the 49-3 loss to the Giants in 1987. Rich, you were there for that. Do you agree? Does this hurt more than that loss, or probably that one?
That
Probably
that
1987.
I think that was the I can't remember if that was the Leonard Marshall game. 87. So was that January
It was
87?
86. Yeah, it was 86 season, 87.
Yeah, so that was the Giants. The Giants won the Super Bowl. So that was Leonard. Because it was there's the two of them. I always get them backwards. It was the Jim Burt one and the Leonard Marshall one. If it's the one where Leonard Marshall came over the back of Joe and like crushed him,
knocked him out.
yeah, and crushed him. Yeah, the other one, Jim Burt came right up the gut and hit Joe like right in his face mask and just concussed him like immediately. I remember the play because Joe was holding his face mask like this, and his eyes were like they were just huge as they were taking him off the field because he just got blasted.
Yeah,
it was rough. That was rough. Ugh. But then you go through, all the seasons that I've watched this team, and you don't see, beatdowns like that. We give the beatdowns. We don't take them like that.
Yeah, I'm not used to getting beat down like this in the playoffs. It's not a thing that happens.
What I'm afraid of, and I don't want to be, tinfoil hat in it, is I feel like this is the arc of this piece of the team is just getting ready to tip down.
You're getting ready for not the downfall, but just the downturn of the team.
Yeah.
What do you do? Look what happened to Saquon Barkley last year, right?
Yeah.
They spammed him, and this year he just wasn't right.
No.
Saquon's not 30 like our running back will be.
Still had a 1,000-yard season though, and I know their offensive line wasn't as great, but nowhere near the production, obviously, as the Super Bowl season.
Yeah.
No, but the other things about Christian that people aren't remembering, he was minus a yard and a half. He was getting hit in the backfield and still getting 3 yards per carry.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing about his season that will be kind of overlooked as far as that goes, because it just lets you know how bad the line play has been for this year. But I mean, you could just tell he was out of gas. The last probably 3 games, when you saw him on the sidelines, you could just see his face, and he's just like, I hurt from head to toe right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it together.
You could just see it, and I mean, this game, just looking at him, and he's got the stinger, and he's trying not to show it, and you can see he's like this, and the guys are over there trying to make it right for him. I mean, dude, that guy's a gladiator. That dude is just a straight up gladiator.
Yeah.
Trying to see. That's really weird how the press conferences are happening, but no one's tweeting anything.
Yeah, I was like, is my Twitter broken or something? But
I think the guys are doing the locker room videos. I think the guys are probably all in the locker rooms doing locker room videos right now, trying to compile a bunch of them. I know that's the way Larry Kruger likes to do it. Is he'll go in and interview all his guys, and then over probably between tonight and all day tomorrow, he'll start releasing them all.
Yeah.
I'll
be interested to see when they have their end of presser conference. That'll be interesting. It's like John Lynch.
Yeah. The recap.
Yeah. I would think maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, probably.
Yeah, probably. I figured.
Actually, maybe.
Are they flying home tonight, or are they going home tomorrow?
Yeah,
probably.
But also Monday's a holiday, so I don't know if they would.
Yeah, they might wait till Tuesday.
Maybe. Yeah.
I
know they do those exit interviews and stuff, so actually it might be like Wednesday, Thursday.
So who do we root for NFC wise going the rest of the way? The Bears?
Yup.
Yeah, because I'm not voting for the Seahawks or the Rams.
No way. I think overall I want the Texans to win the Super Bowl. I think
I'll be rooting for
it being a Seahawks Texans Super Bowl, just a complete defensive Super Bowl.
The reason I just don't want to see Seattle and the Rams is
I don't want
how depressing that would be at Levi's, dude.
So look, I sent this text to Kyle afterwards. It's like your ex-girlfriend getting married at your house.
Yeah.
That's what that's gonna
That's the
feel like.
perfect way to sum it up, yeah.
Good. It's like, oh no.
It hurts. Yeah. Like, really? Seriously?
You know what? That's as bad as seeing Jerry Rice in a Seahawk jersey.
Oh, yeah. That's comparable for sure.
Just
things that shouldn't ever be seen.
Yeah.
And
correct.
hopefully we don't see it. The Bills Broncos game, I didn't get to see it. I was on the road, but I think that was also Josh Allen's one chance of making it to the Super Bowl because the Chiefs are out of it. And after I saw this press conference, he was sobbing, man. He had four. Did he himself have 4 turnovers in the game, or I think he got picked off twice and had
It
a
was
fumble?
5 turnovers.
I watched the second half. I really didn't watch the first
Yeah.
half. And I just kind of came in towards the end of it, and I wasn't really paying attention because I was trying to like ignore football all day. I was like, look, I'm just waiting for our game. So
Yeah.
I was just, and then there was people, talking about it. So I was like, all right, I'll flip it on. So I had the overtime portion of that game on while I had my TV on with the 49ers game getting ready to go. And it was nuts because you saw that Nick's broke his ankle, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I was just
was
gonna
like,
bring that up.
it's not even real news. That
I
is
know. I was
Yeah.
telling people, and then when I first looked at it, I was like, okay, I'm actually following Tom Pelissero, so I know it's the real
Yeah,
one.
so is this a fake Tom Pelissero
And then
right
I
now?
was sending it to other like fans, Niner fans and stuff too that I've talked to, and they're like, "Oh my,
That's
yeah,
depressing.
it's
Imagine that, winning the divisional round and then, hey, our starting quarterback's out the rest of the season.
that's just sad, man."
It was awful. It was just awful. You feel for the guy.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not really a Sean Payton
Me
fan,
either.
so we'll go there.
Yeah.
But the fact
Never
that
rooting for players to get hurt.
Yeah.
and that kid, that quarterback he played well in that
Mhm.
game, especially at the end. The last like 3
Brought him
drives,
back, right?
he was just
Dude, I kept seeing
he looked really good.
Hufanga, but I just couldn't see Greenlaw at all when I was watching.
He said 279 yards passing, 26 for 46, and 3 touchdowns and an interception. Jeez.
Yep.
that team is the Bills. The team's built around Allen, and if he his margin for error
It's
is
so
just too
thin.
small.
Yeah.
Because of how that team is set up. I don't know if that coach
Robert Saleh
makes
to
it
the
much
Bills.
longer.
They need a great defense, and then Josh Allen can just do his thing on offense. They don't need to spend a lot of money on offense because I think Josh Allen can just do his thing and he'll keep them in the game. But if you have a dominant defense, I wouldn't be surprised if they fired Shane McDermott.
Saleh's going to the
I
Browns.
think he's going to the Browns.
Saleh's going to the
Oh
Browns.
wait, if he would be dumb to go to the Browns, that's such a bad organization. He's gonna go. I think he's gonna go to the Ravens. He's got the
who?
Got a nasty defense.
He's got the
Who's gonna
quarterback.
go?
Huh?
I think
Oh,
I think Saleh's going
You
to the
think
Browns.
solidly? Oh, did you see Stefanski's going to the Falcons?
Falcons. Yeah, that was
Falcons.
mid-game.
Dude, I was
oh,
like,
great.
do they? You know when we were talking, Cole, like the other day when we were doing our show, and we were comparing how MLB doesn't like things happening
Happening
in
during
those years.
big games.
I
Yeah.
was like, the NFL at least should have just like that stuff should have been waited
They
until
don't
the
care.
games were
For some reason,
over.
they don't care.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna announce big time head coaches going places, and we're gonna allow coaches to get interviewed even when their team's in the playoffs still, instead of wait till the end of the season.
No, but then I'm like, dude, I'm right now for fans that actually have their team in the playoffs. They're worrying about watching their team, and it's like the games are going on. I'm like, I don't want to see my Twitter notifications flooded with Falcons.
Yeah, you really think we care about that right now? Like, come on, guys.
Dude.
Yeah, during the game, it's stupid.
Yeah, can we talk about teams that are in the playoffs right now?
So I don't know why they don't have a thing like that.
So it keeps the fan base all interested.
Yeah.
So, biggest things from this game so far is what I'm taking away from it. It's not Brock Purdy's, it's not his fault. You can't blame him for it. This defense wasn't able to tackle. They weren't able to stop the run. The Seahawks came out fast. They came out hot, and Niners were down by 17 points at the end of the first quarter. Hard to come back from that. The Jake Tonjes fumble was a big blow as well. The Niners didn't win the turnover battle. I mean, I think at this point, like what
Or time of
time of
possession.
possession. Yeah, it's just
But I
everything.
mean, time of
went wrong
possession
for the
was
Niners.
also because of those turnovers and like
Yeah, and the
the
Niners couldn't
stupid
afford it.
special
Yeah.
teams.
I mean, at the end of the day, the better team won.
Yeah.
I think plain and simple. The
100%.
Niners
I
were
just think
running on
the injuries
fumes.
finally also caught up to us, whereas
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
we're actually
They
playing a
finally
good.
ran out of
Because the
guys.
thing is, we knew the Eagles all year long were not that good,
Mhm.
and it's like, okay, we had enough to get by and beat them, but then it's like, okay, once we played Seattle, it's like, okay, we're actually playing a team that's been good the whole year,
Mhm.
and so. Yeah, I'm just overall proud of these guys, man. There definitely was a lot of good things you can say about this
Yeah, I mean,
season.
even though they lost in this round and it was embarrassing the way they lost, but
Yeah.
as a season, I think if you just reflect on it, you gotta be proud about how this team was able to battle. This is probably one of the grittiest teams I've ever seen, even though the talent wasn't there, but they were somehow able to come out with being a 12-5 team and make it to the divisional round is impressive. What Shanahan was able to do this season, I think it was one of his best coach seasons of his career. Obviously this game wasn't fantastic for his play calling at all, but once you're down 17-0, it's hard to start from scratch because he threw out his game plan from there. The Seahawks defense was just dominant. They're the number one seed for a reason. And they were just outmatched. It seemed like, yeah, the Niners just couldn't do anything. They couldn't stop them.
At all phases. I mean,
Yeah.
offense, defense, special teams. They got dominated. And that I think is the toughest part about that with this team this year is there weren't really too many games where they just got pounded. I mean, probably the second Rams game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But other than that, this team really didn't get beat down, even after losing Bosa and Warner, and they hung in there and really played well. So to get beat like this it's a rough watch after the season. I just think that you didn't. You're like, there's no way we're gonna get beat like that. That's how I
Yeah.
felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna fight to the last second. I wanted it to be a competitive game.
Yeah.
Even if we lost, I'd just be happy. I'm still proud of the team, but it definitely hurts a lot more the way they lost, and they
Yeah.
were just pouring on more and more, and they couldn't stop Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. If you could have just stopped the run a little bit, it would have been so much of a better game. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I said, when Sharp and I went out, I was like, oh, okay, now we got a chance.
Yeah.
Now we got a
I
chance. We might
think
get a couple 3-and-outs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think the Niners they need to change the scheme up a little bit. Like I think they need to go away from always going with this wide nine because even though they've retooled, right, it's like I feel like just teams know now. And I mean the biggest problem is now Seattle has the offensive coordinators. It's like he knew everything.
Yeah.
So it was like
So, I mean, they're just a juggernaut. They got great
yeah.
players in every piece of their team on defense, and the Niners, that's how they're gonna have to restructure their team next season. It's to beat the
Yep.
Seahawks again because they're gonna be good
Yeah.
for a long time now. I think they might be better than the Rams for the next couple of years. I don't know how long Matthew Stafford continues to play. Obviously that Rams defense is still good, but I think the Seahawks, out of all these four teams, I think they're probably the best, at least defensively.
Yeah, if the Niners need to follow a full footprint this year, because last year I had said the Eagles, it's the Rams and the Seahawks.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%. The biggest issue, and I think this defense is going to be much better with
Yeah,
guys
no. I
back.
mean, Bosa will
Michael
yeah,
is going to
no.
make
Bosa,
Bosa, Michael, and then a full off
Moore.
season with Keon White. I think he's just going to be
Mhm.
nasty. For
Yeah,
us
because you
next
just
year.
had to put
I hope they can figure out a way to
because
get
you
him
just had
for
to
some
kind of
more
put him
years.
in. So I think you're right, Rich. If you're able to really work with him now in the off season, we could see some
Yeah, I think
real stuff.
And then we can use Huff, situationally
he can
success
actually
instead
play the
of
way he was supposed
just
to play this season. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
have him out every single snap.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. When you look at it, the Niners do have a lot of young pieces because that's what they drafted this last season. But I'm concerned about how it's going to turn out, how they're going to be able to develop when Robert Saleh is essentially going to be off the team next year. Is it going to be Gus Bradley coming in? I would like Jim Schwartz, like Rich, you were saying. I think that'd be perfect because he runs the wide nine. The Niners probably wouldn't have to they don't have to change their scheme. And he's
But
just
Kyle doesn't need to help him
right.
either. Kyle doesn't need
Yeah,
to help him.
I've
Kyle
also
can
seen
just
rumors
focus strictly
about
on the
the
offense.
yeah, I've also seen rumors about the old Falcons head coach.
Yeah, he and Raheem
Raheem
Morris are good
Morris?
friends.
Yeah, Raheem Morris, because I
Mm.
mean, obviously, he has the connection right with Atlanta with Kyle
Yeah.
Shanahan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle and Raheem are good friends.
Mhm.
But Raheem's not a wide nine guy, so that
Yeah,
would be that would end the
I
reason,
I
right?
think
He's
I
not willing
think
to
if
change.
it's internally, my thing would be Gus Bradley, and then maybe once Gus Bradley eventually leaves, it would be I can never remember his name for some reason, the linebacker who played for Seattle
For Seattle?
that's on the staff.
Oh, KJ Wright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
KJ
I
Wright's
always
gonna
forget about
be
him.
in
Yeah.
up there like in a few years.
Yeah, maybe in a few years, but I'd rather have Bradley, because see, I think
Yeah.
Bradley's gonna end up wherever Saleh goes.
Mhm.
I don't
See,
feel
I
like Bradley's
disagree
Oh,
gonna
with
stay.
that.
really?
I disagree with that.
I hope
I think
I'm
that was the
wrong.
whole plan. I think that was the whole plan to have Gus Bradley
Yeah.
there because Robert Saleh
Yep.
was gonna get a head coaching gig the next year anyway. I think
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think that, but I hope I'm not
I
wrong.
hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we want to talk about the offseason a little bit, like retooling, what are the top needs the 49ers need to have? Let's start defensively since we're talking about it. Does anyone want to go first or
Yeah.
off the
Defensively,
top of your head?
I'm
It's
gonna
either
say
draft or
edge
free
rush.
agency.
Yeah, I'm gonna say edge rush just because even when you have Bosa and Micah Williams, right? Like what was really good back in 2019, right? Remember when they had like the Arden Keys, the Sam
They just had good depth is what it
yeah, they
was.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
they had good depth. They had
They
that
had
other
D
guy
Ford,
that
but
went
then
from
he
the
was never on the
Chiefs.
field.
So I think if the Niners can really get some guys, some pass rush. I know they were trying to go all out on stopping the run,
Mhm.
um, which I think if you go get one kind of pass rush specialist and then you get another run stopping edge, I think that would work. Defensive tackle wise, it's tough. I mean, yeah, probably just get another veteran guy. I don't really think they need to go get another young guy. It'd be good to, I think, have a little bit of a veteran guy to help some of these younger guys even take another step forward.
Mhm. Rich, what about you for defense?
Defense, I want a guy at all levels. I want at least one tackle, and a linebacker and a safety.
Mhm.
Mm. Yeah,
Corners, I
safety.
feel like we're decent. I feel like we're decent at corner. I mean, I don't love Renardo Green, but um, he's kind of roller coastery.
Mhm.
But we
Yeah.
need players at all levels. Look, Tig is probably going to be gone, so we're going to need another safety.
Mhm.
Um,
Shout out to
and
Upton Stout, by
then,
the way.
I think best rookie of the
dude,
season.
Yeah.
he's such a good player. I think I somewhere today I posted another picture. I think he's Bob Sanders Jr. Man, he is Bob Sanders Jr.
Mm.
Little tiny, he's like the little tiny guy that could.
That could.
He's
Yeah.
everywhere. He was everywhere,
Blitz.
even on that deep shot that they tried to
Yeah.
take on him, where he was deep in coverage.
He was
Yeah.
stride for stride with that, even though it was overthrown.
And that was PI. I'm sorry, that was PI.
Mm.
But he got the call because he's a stud now. He didn't get that call at the beginning of the season. I called that. I said, everyone's like, Upton Stout, he's got sticky hands on. I'm like, dude, by the end of
He's
the
gonna be
year, he's going to get those
Mhm.
calls and he's going to
Mhm.
be good to go. And he is good to go,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the four best players on defense right
Mhm.
Yeah,
now.
I mean,
Definitely.
if you remember his draft call too, like I actually went back and watched that too because I was like, dude, I remember he was
Oh,
so
is it? You got
excited.
a dog in me. Was
Yeah,
that him?
yeah,
Right?
yeah. It was like you got in dog with me, and it was like it was just yeah. I thought Upton Stout for sure was the best rookie. I
Mhm.
thought because he was the most consistent, in my opinion, even at the beginning of the year when obviously he was going to have some up and downs, and then I agree with Kyle Shanahan that he was getting better every week.
Yeah.
If Michael played the whole season, it would have been him. It would have been him, and
Yeah,
then
I mean,
Stout would have probably
Michael,
been a
dude,
close second.
weren't they starting to double team him even? Like,
They were. Yeah.
He was some stat I had earlier in the season where he was getting double teamed more than like everybody but one guy in the whole league.
I remember. Yeah, I remember talking about that.
He's such a good edge setter. You know, and when they're talking about, oh, he drafted that high, he's got to get sacks. He's got to get sacks. I'm like, no, that guy's 20 years old. So he's 21. I'm sorry, he's 21 now. That kid's 21. So when he's done in his 5 years with his rookie contract, and you sign him, you're gonna sign him. You're gonna actually get him through his prime. You're gonna be his contract. His second contract will be completely through his prime, and not at where you're gonna start seeing the letdown of guys' primes. Like Ricky Pearsall got drafted. He was 25, right? He may not even get a second contract because by the time his 5 years are up, he's gonna be 30.
Yeah.
Who's gonna give him a bunch of money in a second contract?
By then, he'll probably already have 7 injuries.
Yeah. Also, I was looking at Jair Brown's contract. I don't think the Niners move off of him because, I mean, he has 1 more year. Like,
yeah, and they like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever it is,
I don't know. It's just
up and down.
I mean, also, it's like I think
he just seems mid. He's just mid. Like he's not terrible, but he's not great.
Yeah, the system obviously it's been up and down because he's had to go through so many coaches, but it's just the Niners are still not able to find a way to use him properly.
Only Wilkes did. Only Wilkes did.
Yeah, that's true.
The problem with him is he needs to play deep and move forward. He can't run backwards, and he doesn't cover. So he doesn't cover well, I should say.
Yeah.
So it makes it such a problem because he's a really good ball hawk when he can play single high and just flow to the ball.
Yeah.
When you're playing him short, and the problem is because he's big, they use him as a thumper, and it's like,
that's where
it's tough.
I'm hoping Marquis Siegel blooms a little bit because he's shown some good signs.
Like his tackling, dude.
His tackling, he's got to get.
And he's way faster.
Yeah.
He's so fast.
I mean, his tackling, I'd say in space when he's having to go up a receiver. Like, okay, obviously you didn't see enough
that
of
could be
him.
coached up, you know. It's like nothing like, you can't fix that up.
I thought that was decent, but the problem was, and again, it's such a small sample size, so obviously work on everything. But it's when it's in space and you're having to come down and tackle a running back. That's where his issues were. But again, it's such a tiny sample size. So.
Hey, if 5'8", 180-pound up and stop can do it, he should be able to do it.
No, that's true.
And Stout hits like a truck.
That's true.
Yeah.
No,
Stout hits like a truck, man.
That is where I give Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh credit. They didn't go ahead and put Chase Lucas in there, who I know Chase Lucas was kind of up and down when he was in there. I'm actually glad they just let Upton Stout go through the ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
they let him play.
Chase
Lucas was, you know what sucks is he was like the preseason hero.
He was the Jordan Mason.
I was excited for him. I thought he was going to be something this year. And I was wrong about that one.
Jamichael Hasty. He was the Jamichael Hasty.
Yes,
that's a good comparison.
Because I thought because there was the 2 guys that I was like in love with in preseason was him and Tonjes. I saw Tonjes playing fullback in a game, and I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And he's playing. He's gonna go play tight end too. I'm like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
And it was like I love it because he was blocking for Corey Kiner.
That's right.
And I was like,
man, that guy was a dog.
Wait, Cole, who were your defensive needs again?
Yeah, I didn't get into it.
He didn't go yet.
It's kind of it's a mix with both of you guys. I think defensive end for sure. I think the Niners got to find a guy that's going to complement Bosa well, and then for me, I'll just say safety, a second guy. I mean, just for depth wise, because the safety room is just so young with Siegel. Like we're just talking about him. Malik Mustafa is pretty solid for the most part, but I think
Jason Pinnock didn't do much.
Pinnock, get rid of him. So I think those are my 2 things because cornerback is solid for the most part. Linebackers, the Niners have a big linebacker room, and they're not great yet. But I think with another offseason, obviously the injuries happened. You got Bethune, Warner. Who else? Who am I blanking on?
Winters.
Then I guess probably Hendricks might
Gifford.
not be back because he's
Nick
Gifford.
Martin.
So yeah, you see, you got some depth in the linebacker room. It's pretty young. I think they're set for the most part for a linebacker. I think just another offseason for a lot of these younger guys will help a lot, and they also had a lot of experience this season. So I think for me, it's D end and safety.
I just hope Nick Martin's actually gonna be okay because that
Oh
is
yeah, I hope his
concerning
brain
that
isn't
he's been
fried.
on
No, you realize that they
concussion.
did that so that they could keep him on the team and not have to put him on the practice squad, right? They
Mhm.
basically redshirted him and said,
Mhm.
"Oh, he's got a concussion." No, he's
Yeah,
just got a concussion. That was a
fair.
red shirt. That
Mm.
was
Yeah,
a red shirt.
fair.
Yeah, he wasn't going to contribute anyway, I guess, in the playoffs. So
Yeah,
Yeah, and like I said, you couldn't put him on the practice squad because someone would have snagged him.
yeah,
He's
It's
fine.
true.
He's
yeah.
fine.
No, that's a good point, Rich.
All right, what about offense? We'll start with you, Rich.
So where do you want to go? I mean, let's see.
Everywhere
Left,
except the quarterback position.
yeah, I mean,
Literally.
left guard, tackle, backup running back, backup center.
receiver.
Yeah,
I think they
legit
need at
number one
least
receiver.
3 receivers, in my opinion. Like,
Legit wide receiver. A legit tight end because I don't know. I mean, Tonjes I think was only on a 1 year deal, and
Mhm.
as much as I'd love them to bring him back and use him the way the Chiefs use Travis Kelce because I think
Mhm.
that's Tonjes's skill set.
Yeah.
Be a receiver and go out and catch the ball. And honestly, I mean, other than Pearsall, he's probably the fastest receiver we have that isn't Pearsall.
yeah.
That's depressing.
I mean,
No,
Tonjes is
but
restricted
seriously,
free agent too, so they'll be able to
okay, so
bring
that's
him
cool.
back.
So we can keep
Yeah,
him and just match.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
that's cool. Um, we need at least two more running backs because to me Isaac Rendo's trash. Don't even bring him. Don't even bring him back.
No,
It's
he should be
it's
done.
it's going to be Christian. It's going to be Jordan James,
Mhm.
and B Rob's going to be gone. He's going to be a free agent.
Mhm.
He wants to actually play, and it stinks because it kind of wrecked that guy's career. I kind of
Yeah.
feel for him because he's about to turn 30, so there's no
Yeah.
way he's going to get a big money contract anywhere.
Mhm.
He's gonna be playing for 1 year deals the rest of his career, which kind of
Yeah.
stinks because he seems like he's a good guy. He's not a good scheme fit for our running game.
Yeah, just didn't fit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
I mean, he
honestly,
had some flashes, but yeah, no, I agree.
I
Overall, he doesn't
my
fit.
my hard take though is I would get rid of Juice and have Ton just play fullback, H
Mm,
back, and tight end, and get two more tight ends and just get rid of Juice. That's they don't use him. They don't use him unless they need him. And I
Mhm.
feel like that $4 million could be
For whatever
used in a
reason,
lot of other
Shanahan just
places.
likes him. He likes him for the blocking scheme.
dude,
That's
could
it.
you imagine if like
That's it. We're
okay,
paying the
the
guy
not
$4 million for that.
could you imagine this last offseason, right? They cut him and because he wanted to see his value, right? He goes visits the Steelers, I believe it was,
Mhm.
and then he comes back, but the Niners still have to take that dead cap. And then imagine they
And
do
then
that
pay him
again
again.
this next year. Yeah, and
Yeah.
imagine
And
next year
then
they
pay him
cut.
again.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tonjes can do everything that
Mm,
the Juice does.
Mhm.
yeah.
And he can play tight end. I mean, look, Juice can too, but Tonjes isn't going to get paid $4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I think Shanahan needs to evolve. I'm sorry, you need to evolve from the fullback position. You got to do what the Rams are doing. The 3 tight end sets. Start
Yeah.
doing the 2 tight end sets. Have Kittle and Tonjes out there.
Mhm.
That's 2 threats in the pass game because you're actually going to use Tonjes. You don't use Juice in the pass game. The
Yeah.
most we ever used him, I feel like, was last week against Philadelphia.
Because
Well,
that
and
was
that was because
literally
Kittle
the
went
only.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was only because Kittle went down because he
Yeah.
would have had no stats if Kittle didn't
Mhm.
go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think offensively, I'm going wide receiver. Like I said, 3 wide receivers, I think at least. I mean,
Mhm.
um, they I think they need to add definitely more speed. Um,
We
and
have it,
man
man.
beaters and
We
guys that can beat
We got
man.
2-4-3 guys
Yeah.
sitting there.
Yeah.
Because look, if you look
True.
at the
There's
like
not on
now
the
you
field.
look at the Seahawks, right? Defense,
It's
you're
facts.
going to need
You need speed.
speed and
Yeah.
guys that can beat that man cover
Mm-hmm.
and guys that obviously can stay healthy.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
on defense, we do need at least one press man corner. I forgot. I have to throw that
Mm,
in there. We need
Mhm.
one corner that can play press man and actually do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We do not have a man corner right now at all. Demo's the closest we have, and he's only marginal at that. He's really
But,
his own corner.
I feel like this whole season too is that they didn't play press man, I feel like, and they were playing so soft at the zone coverage because they weren't able to get to the quarterback anyway. So I think that was just kind of the band-aids that Saleh had to use for most of the season. But I do agree, they like a Charvarius Ward, we were missing him this season.
Yes, we missed him. He was probably one of the biggest misses because look, you only play zone when you don't have man
Yeah,
corners.
there you go.
Look, it's the truth because when you can actually play man, it opens up so many other options for your defense, and your defensive line doesn't have to be as good. When your D line is terrible and you have zone corners, you're going to get destroyed, and that happened to us. We had no pass rush, so it made our corners just horrific. It made them worse.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see, because also luckily the Niners, I don't think, have anyone that they need to extend this year. So
Right.
there should not be any. The only off-season drama, and hopefully it happens quick, is the whole Ayuk thing. But
Yeah, well, he'll be cut, but I'm curious. That'll probably come out in the next 2 weeks, like the whole story on that. I'm very curious.
They'll
to see
probably
what
give him that
was the implosion.
post June 1st, I would think. And I mean, because they can cut him basically whenever. But they would just
post June 1, they can spread his cap hit over
give
2 seasons instead of 1.
Because if you remember with Armstead, right, when they cut him right before free agency or like during free agency, but then they gave him the post June 1st designation.
Yep.
For me, offensively,
know what the deal is with Ayuk. I want to know what the deal is with that he left the team thing.
Yeah.
Because if you can just leave him on that list and not have to pay him and he doesn't count against the cap, I'd just leave him there. I'd be like,
for the rest of his contract,
you screwed us.
We're screwing your career.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It would have been nice to have a Brandon Ayuk out there tonight.
Yeah, so that'd be my thing. Is I'd be like, look, you want to drive 104 miles an hour past the stadium? I got you. I own your contract rights. Because if we could actually get something for him instead of just cutting him and have to, deal with $50 million in debt.
I mean, dude, he didn't go to the NFLPA and try to fight for it either. So
that's just the weirdest thing about it.
Is
he just done football? Is he just done?
No, what happened is, look, they took his money because he didn't show up. He figured this is what I think happened. He showed up all during preseason and was running around, and I think he was basically thought that if he played nice, they'd give him his money back. He probably went, all right, I've been nice, give me my money back. They went, nope, and he said, I'm out.
And we're not doing the same. Yeah, we're done with this. We're putting our foot down.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw it last
offseason,
that's right? Happened. Like they put their stamp down that we are only paying the guys that we see cornerstone. Obviously, you would pay Kittle, right? Warner, and the
they pay McCaffrey.
Those guys are like what you would define as Niners. So I agree, though.
Actually, I would trade everybody on. I would trade everybody on this whole team not named Fred Warner or Kittle. Everybody else is available.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe up to stout. Maybe up to stout.
Up to stout.
You'd trade even I guess, Purdy if you can get a.
Look, you didn't hear this, but I told Cole this last week. I would trade if I could trade. I would trade Kyle for Joe Burrow.
Who says no? Who says no?
But then who's the coach?
Robert Saleh.
So I elevate Robert Saleh to head coach.
Hey,
I bring Mike McDaniel back to coach up the offense. And
I'm sorry,
it's a
I don't
win-win.
think Mike McDaniel's that good even as an OC.
Did you see the interview with Waller today?
Yeah,
I heard about it.
It's a really good interview. He's talking about McDaniel. He's talking about McDaniel, and he's basically he was doing his exit interview for the season.
Right, yeah.
And that's when McDaniel got fired. Where they pulled McDaniel out of the meeting.
Yeah, the owner came
and got him fired. And and Waller's basically like, look, this is like the brightest guy I've ever been around as far as offensively goes. And he was talking with why can't I think of his name? The guy that was the Cleveland quarterback that messed it all up.
Johnny Manziel.
Yes, he was on Manziel's podcast. talking about, and Manziel had a ton of things because when Manziel was there,
That's right.
McDaniel
He was
was an assistant on that
yeah.
staff, and so Manziel was saying the same thing. He goes, "Man, Mike McDaniel, he's a super bright dude," and they were just talking all good things about him, and I just thought it was really interesting. And after what I basically said last week, I'm like, I'll trade Kyle.
Yeah.
I mean, you can because you can have that message. You can say, look, is 9 years too long? Does the message get,
Is it too
is the
repetitive?
message just, are the guys not
Yeah.
playing? Are they done? And I would say no, because at this point, even though I think about it, because that team played in this game till the bitter end, those guys did not give up. They didn't stop, even though they were getting their asses handed to them. They
Yeah.
kept playing. That's the one thing you can say, that there was no give up in that team.
Real quick, we have some breaking news. 49ers left tackle Trent Williams confirmed during his end of season press conference today that he will be back.
Oh, you scared me. That was terrifying. He's gonna be back. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bright spot. Wow, I thought you were gonna say you're retired.
Nah.
Yeah, he wants to renegotiate his deal and make some more money, but he'll
So
stay.
he'll be holding out for all of OTAs in the spring.
He'll blow his ankle up on week 6 and be out for the rest of the season.
It'll be a whole repeat.
Dude, last year was so weird though, because remember,
I
they
barely
would have to
remember
go
the
and put in even week 1, they'd have to go into the locker room and get injected with whatever it was, so that they
Trent
would
Williams.
Yeah, it'd be Trent Williams, and I think even Ayuk. But I remember he would go into the locker room and take some shot or something.
I don't even remember that at all. That whole season was just a
so
blur to
weird.
me, honestly.
The only guy I remember getting shots was Christian, flying to Germany to get his, infusion blood things
And Ricky Pearsall.
that aren't legal in the U.S.
Yeah.
No, Pearsall needs to call Christian up in the offseason and say, "Dude, I'm training with you.
Tyreek
I'm
Hill.
training with you."
Tyreek Hill, you don't get to have see him. Remember? Did you guys see that Tyreek Hill was was it
on Twitter? Yeah, he said, "I want what are your
Fred
doctors,
Warner.
whatever."
Yeah, it was Fred.
Yeah,
Warner.
what are your doctors or your trainers doing?
Also, my bad.
Yeah, where's your German guy?
Yeah.
Where's your guy in Germany that has the Barry Bonds sauce?
Yeah.
For me, real quick, and then we'll get in. We finally got some press conference things. Offensively, just going into the offseason, it's just wide receiver. You got to overhaul that entire room. Ricky Pearsall, he'll be back, but you got to find a wide receiver one, because he's not going to be healthy. I mean, at this rate, what we've seen from him so far, he's never available. So you got to find a guy that's quick. That's going to be your wide receiver one. That's got sure hands. But then you also got Jordan Watkins, Jacob Cowan, which will be interesting to see in the offseason. Cowan, his hamstring. Sorry, 49er media, but he's not reliable either. Jordan Watkins can be the brightest spot for the 49ers wide receiver room that they have right now, but they need to find stuff for the wide receiver room. And for one of my hot takes about players being cut, Rich said Juice. I say Luke Farrell, even though they're not going to do it because they signed him to a 3-year contract this offseason. But that dude, he does not. They signed him to block, and he can't do that at all. And then when you decide to try to pass the ball to him, he either gets this game. He didn't even try for that ball. They got
what I said
behind him, but he didn't have any fight in it. He had maybe
his nickname should be useless.
You know what I said when we signed him? So last offseason, right? They want to go after tight ends. So they give this Lions tight end, Brock Wright. I think it was a 3-year, $12 million or $15 million deal. And obviously the Lions matched that deal again because he's restricted. And then when they signed Luke Farrell, I said this from day one that this was a panic move.
Really? Yeah, you're right.
I think
it didn't work out at all. He didn't work out at all.
Yeah. I thought to mean that Kittle wasn't going to have to get stuck blocking, and that he was going to that his receiving numbers would be elevated. That was really my thought process when they signed him. I was like, oh, good. George is actually going to get 100 targets this year and probably catch 85 balls.
Yeah.
That was my thought process with him.
So.
All right, here's some of the press.
And then until I saw Tonjes.
Yeah. This is Diamador Lenore on KNBR. asked about tonight's game, if I can get it playing. Now it's not working.
You know, it's going to be a
If you guys were healthy, do you feel like different outcome?
landslide. To have them guys, you know, back, I mean, it's you know, it's going to be a totally different game. But, I mean, we can't make no excuses. You know, we had enough guys in here that, you know, to get the job done. So I feel like, you know, it just ain't go in our favor today.
Would have been a landslide. That's what he said. If you got Fred Warner in there, you got George
Really?
Kittle in there, I don't think it would have been a landslide. I think it would have been I think it would have been a good game is what it would have been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, you'd have Bosa, Michael Williams.
Yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda though. I mean,
Yeah, it is what it is.
let's see. We got Brock Purdy here.
Win a Super Bowl next season?
100%. Yeah.
Why are you so confident this team can win a Super Bowl next season, given how the season ended?
I mean, I really do believe
Grant
that
going hard
we
at
have
it.
the
Always
right guys,
ask the,
man.
like,
Obviously, it
perfect,
didn't end the way we
questions
wanted it to, but I really do think that with some guys getting healthy and what we stand for and how we always bounce back, you know, I feel like our backs were against the wall really all season with guys going down, but we always found a way. And so I think once we're, you know, 100% and feel good about ourselves and learn, then we'll be just fine. So. Yeah.
I think you guys have an actual wide receiver one. You can win the World Series, the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Here's Purdy about.
We're fresh out of a game, and our goal was obviously to come in here, win, and go to the NFC Championship game, and go from there. But you know, obviously, when it just got taken away from us, and Kyle's talking to us just about the year, and you reflect a little bit, it does feel good, just in terms of, you know, being reminded of like guys stepping up and the resiliency. Like the character and the heart of this team was unlike anything I've ever been a part of. And so I know a lot of guys were saying that. Kyle said it. Trent Williams, like everyone feels it, like the heart, man. And so for us, it does excite us in terms of, you know, we're going to regroup and get guys healthy and get back after it. And so we are excited for the future, but obviously right now it just sucks because the loss is fresh in our mouth.
I think that is the one exciting thing about going into the offseason. Just like, again, reflecting on the season, is this team they were a family. And even though it didn't end well for them, it was fun to see. And it's a season I'm going to remember forever because, you know, I'm going to tell my kids, yeah, this team was down for the count. They should have been 6-11 again. They shouldn't have been in the playoffs, but hopefully they can keep that same type of culture going into next season and hopefully healthy. And if you have that mindset, I think that this Niners team next season, as long as they get the right parts for it and keep that same mindset, they could be a Super Bowl contender again.
Do you guys think the Niners, let me see how I can phrase this. Like, do you think the Niners feel like they need to make more, like a big change? Or like, do you think the Niners will actually do something kind of big maybe in the offseason, or do you think they're going to rely mostly on the guys to come back healthy?
I think
I think that.
That
I
and the
think
draft.
that because Kyle's not big on change. He never has been.
Yeah.
it's going to be the same team and then add on the draft. They're not going to go for some big free agent or trade for some big guy.
I think we're going to dip next year. I bet you it's going to be a 10-win season instead of a 12.
Which still would.
Yeah.
Still get you to playoffs,
Hey,
but I think it's going to be a little
our
bit of a
projections
dip.
at the beginning of the season were 11 games and they overperformed. So if we say that, maybe they'll win
I don't even remember
16
what
games
my
next season.
projection was.
I remember mine. I was 11-6
Me
when we get
too.
bounced in the first round of the playoffs. That was where I thought
Oh,
the
this
team
season
was
was a
gonna do.
win for Rich. It was yeah.
I think I had like 10-7 because I was like, okay, it's a young team. If things actually click, I could see us winning like 10 games.
So you really see this as a young team? I
No,
don't.
like that's what I thought in the like when I made my
Yeah.
prediction at the beginning of the, because I don't like to. I like to be a little realistic, I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, I think about all the marquee players are all old.
Yeah. I think defensively this team is young.
Yeah.
Because it was a defensive heavy draft class. Offensively, it's going to be tricky because you see how I mean, the offense performed a lot better than I thought it was going to perform this season, but we saw when you don't have the playmakers anymore, you don't have Debo Samuel out there, you don't have a 2023 version of Christian McCaffrey, young guy, you don't have Brandon Ayuk. It's tougher to win this. I mean, yeah, it's tougher to win ball games, and especially against good defense like that. So I think for offensively, it's going to go downhill, like Rich was saying, unless there is a big change.
I think the biggest change, and I don't know if they're going to do it because it's really been, I guess, last year they were kind of injured too, but something maybe about the strength and conditioning.
I think it's the electrical field or whatever the
Yeah,
substation.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think the Niners need to move back to San Francisco and they'll be successful again.
Hey, the plot where Candlestick used to be is basically open, right?
I think so. If it's not, tear down whatever's there and put a stadium back there again.
They've had Dustin Perry, the vice president of player and health performance, for 8 years now.
See, I don't think it's anything to do with strength and conditioning because,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I can remember, even the Jim Harbaugh era, correct me if I'm wrong, there was tons of injuries on those teams too. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but
going back to
Harbaugh
2014?
practiced them hard.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle does the same thing too, right? Makes them practice.
I don't know if the Niners are just unlucky. That's just what it seems like. Their franchise has been unlucky. The Navarro Bowman torn ACL against the Seahawks. I mean, just injuries that have compiled onto their seasons that have ultimately destroyed their seasons. I don't know. It's going into conspiracies, but
we got to get rid of that plant. That's that plant right in front of Levi's.
Yeah, that substation plant thing. Whatever.
Yeah, but that substation probably is all the power for Great America too.
They need to tear that thing down. My dad's theory is that is going to get torn down in like 10 more years. The Niners are going to build a new stadium on that spot of the land.
Oh, where Great America is?
Yeah.
No, because I saw Matt Mayoko a few days ago tweet out something about like this plant.
Yeah, no, it's been like the biggest news the past couple of days because Chase Sr. was the one to bring it up a couple months ago, and everyone's calling him a conspiracy theorist.
And then I saw
now it's blowing up like on mainstream media. It's hilarious.
Yeah, this was the tweet on the 4 days ago from Mayoko. He's like, we all know the 49ers have experienced an alarming number of injuries. My research came up with an justifiable reason for this issue. It's quite clearly the legacy of the injury tree outside Levi's State. Here, let me see if I can.
Krug, I was listening to Krug today from a show from yesterday, and they're just saying for that power plant side of things, not that it hurts them or whatever, but it's going to hurt them. Like it could potentially hurt them in free agency.
Yeah, because this plant that's right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the plant, the actual plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Delaney Walker was on Bussin' with the Boys, and he was talking about it too.
Mm-hmm. That's what Krug was. I think he either played that clip or they were talking about it too, him and Damon Bruce. And Delaney Walker saying, you could feel like the energy or something in your ears. You could feel like the electricity. But if this thing starts to get even bigger, like they were saying, this is bad for potential free agents. Like, hey, maybe I don't want to play here because maybe they start believing this stuff. Like, I don't want to get injured if I'm on the 49ers. So the Niners need to do whatever they can to shut that rumor down. Or they even suggested have an independent study go down and just like, bust the myth.
The biggest reason guys don't want to come to California is the taxes. It's like, hi, we're going to pay you $30 million, and then he goes, you mean it's 9 after California.
Yeah, I remember Eric
Armstead.
I think on TikTok or whatever, he would literally be going through like his financials.
I did see something like that. Was interesting.
And like showed you his paycheck.
Yeah.
He's like, so that's why I took like either the same amount or a little less with the Jaguars because I would still be taking home more money than what the Niners are offering me because of the tax.
Yeah, because Florida, there's no state income tax.
Way to go, California. I'm gonna run for governor.
But California also has a millionaire's tax. They have a millionaire's tax.
I know there's no salary cap in baseball, but hey, the Dodgers have been able to sign guys, so I think the Niners might be fine in terms of the tax situation.
Yeah.
Yep, the ownership of the Dodgers is not cheap in New York.
Yeah, and they're like spending all their money over to soccer.
Yeah.
They've been spending money on soccer. They've been selling parts of the team. It's pathetic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they had to sell part of the team to pay
Wasn't
for
it
all the
like
upgrades to the
8 or
stadium.
9%? I think
Something
right?
like that. And they sold like another chunk or whatever, but
Yeah.
we should all try to use
Hey,
all
I
of our
think they'll
decent mind and buy
probably
the team.
restructure. I bet they'll restructure Fred Warner, restructure Kittle, probably restructure Purdy.
Now, Purdy will be next year.
You think?
It won't be this year. It'll be next
Because
year
his
because
contract's
Purdy's
just
deal,
kicking.
because the way his contract,
He doesn't have a
it bumps up after
Yeah, he
next
doesn't have a
year.
big hit
That's
next year,
true.
right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think maybe Fred Warner and Kittle, I guess.
Yeah.
I think Kittle just redid his deal last year.
Yeah, I guess all
I mean,
three
maybe they'll
of
do
them
something
did.
because of the Achilles. Maybe they'll try to make an adjustment to it, but I know his deal was because I think who was the other tight end that got paid right before him, that he went over him by like $1 million. They got 19, he got 20.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, because
I can't remember who it was. Maybe it's McBride, but I don't think
Oh yeah,
so.
2027.
I think it was McBride actually.
Yeah.
I was paid tight end.
Okay, because Fred Warner makes his cap is
Oh,
like
is it
29.5 in 2027.
It's
so-
Trey McBride. It's this on
Oh
over the
yeah.
cap. It says George Kittle's still the highest paid, but
Yeah, because they bumped him by $1 million. I think McBride got 19 and they gave
Yeah.
George 20.
they gave George 19.1.
Okay, yeah,
it was like
19.1, whatever. Yeah.
19.1 a year. So yeah, they gave him 76 million, 76.4 million. Oh, Kittle's 33? I thought he was 31.
No, he's 30. He's 30. He's 33 now. He must have just had his birthday because I think he was 32
Oh,
till
yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, the Niners team, they're getting old. That sucks.
Well, think about, like I said, I mean, CMC 30, Kittle 30, almost 33, Trent almost 40. You know, the young guys are it's basically Pooney and McKivitz is still relatively young for an NFL player. You know, Brendel's old.
Mhm. Yeah, and all your skill
Burford's going to be
players,
Burford's going to be gone.
all your skill players that are young aren't on the field or they're injured.
Because what's stupid is if the Niners were smart, they would have tried to sign Burford before the end of the season. They would have said, "Hey, we'll give you the Colton deal if you'll take
Yeah.
it. 3 years, 45. Please
Please do it for us.
I kind of wish they would. Okay, I want to ask you guys this. How much would you pay Jennings?
16 million a year. I wouldn't go over that. I think that's a little high, but
See,
It's way high. He's not a number 2, man. He's
Yeah.
not a number 2.
he is on the
You can't pay
49ers.
him like one.
I mean, they're not even a big wide receiver team though. They don't.
Yeah.
You're stretching it at 12.
Yeah,
I would have
saying-
given him
stretching
like
it as well.
I'm not
3
saying they're gonna
years.
sign him for that, but I think that's the most I would give him if I were to give him a contract.
Because and he's another guy that's going to be 31. How long? And I don't want a contract with him longer than 2 years.
Yeah.
2-year deal max, and he's going to want
Mhm.
more.
I would have given him like
And a place
3
like
years,
Tennessee might
40.
give it to him.
3 years, like 40 would have been what I guess I would have given it.
Yeah, and I'm like 3 years at 30, and it might be 12, 12, 8.
Yeah, and he's not gonna want that. But
Because if they
He's
would have given
gone.
him, if they would have given him like 40 for 3 years, and he would have taken that, he would have made like 13 mil a year.
Yeah. And then give him a couple of bonus things that he can
Yeah.
hit
To like make up
to
like
make the rest. Because
15.
I don't like paying guys like him, because like if you have a legit number 1 and number 2 receiver, all of a sudden he's only going to have 30 grabs a
Yeah.
year.
making
You
all
want to
that
pay $16 million for 30
That's
grabs?
no,
That's true.
He's not worth it. He's not worth it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And that's if they do that, which I'm assuming they should, right? I mean, they need speed out the wide receiver position, so you can only assume that Jennings will be gone.
Yeah.
Yes, I think someone will be dumb enough to pay him. Like
It'll be
someone like Tennessee.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
something.
say it's gonna be a Tennessee team or a team that's trying to rebuild.
Yeah, dye your hair blue now, and you can go be a
Dude,
tight end.
imagine the
Have a good time.
Patriots.
Patriots. That's what Brandon Ayuk will end up.
Dude, Brandon Ayuk
Brandon
really screwed him over because he's like, "Oh, I don't want to play with the Drake May." It's like,
Or he'll end up with the Steelers probably.
You know where he's going to end up? A 1-year career, 1 year contracts around the league. He'll play for 6 teams the rest of his career. He'll never play in one spot for a long
Headphones
time.
just died. Gotta make
Yeah, but he's not gonna.
No, I agree. After all that stuff, like I don't see a team willing to give him, especially a multi-year.
Yeah, multi-year deal. It's not worth it. I mean, when you know that the guy is a
for Jennings.
problem.
No,
Or-
for
oh,
Ayuk.
No, Ayuk. Like I said, whoever he's getting his advice from should just get like punched in the throat.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's probably not getting advice. That's probably what it is. It's all emotion. All this whole year, I think, was just emotion for him.
You know, he has been a little immature, and
But
it's
for most
just
of his
it's like,
career, he
dude,
wasn't. It was the ACL,
he
and
was.
Yeah.
No, he was. I mean, the whole deal with the contract, doing all the
Well,
stupid
yeah,
crap where you scrub your social media and all that.
contract. He wasn't immature though. I think he was
Well,
just he was taking after
he's trying to
Debo.
get paid.
He was
He's
taking
trying
Yeah,
to
he
get
was
paid.
doing the
Yeah.
Debo way.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's how you get paid here.
Yeah.
You know, act like a dipshit.
Like, see, if you look at CMC, Fred Warner, George Kittle, Brock Purdy, they don't do any of that stuff, and they just let it.
Yeah, but what's
happen.
the difference? What's that difference with those guys compared to Brandon Ayuk or Debo Samuel? I think the biggest one is I think they all love football more than they love money.
Yeah, no, but that's the problem too. Like, I feel like all these wide receivers are just have that diva-like mentality because it's like they want to get paid, and then it's also like not only that, but if they're not getting the targets, look at AJ Brown, for instance.
Yeah.
That guy's a clown. I wouldn't want him anywhere near my team.
Yeah, no, me neither.
All right, let's get to this two chats right here, and then I think we should wrap it up. I know it's pretty late, especially for Rich.
Okay.
Shiza P, this was a while ago. Fire Kyle Shanahan. We're already doing the overreactions, but doesn't put effort. Fire Kyle Shanahan, but he doesn't put effort in finding a good O-line, and that's why we couldn't pass. See, I don't think it's necessarily the O-line was terrible. It's just the fact that the defensive line for the Seahawks is that good.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of
Yeah.
both. But look, and look, I don't see his comment or anywhere. Thing. Oh, there we go. Look, no, you don't fire Kyle, you trade Kyle. Kyle's an asset.
you
Kyle is
know
an
who you
asset.
should get rid of too? You know who could say bye-bye if you want the offensive line also maybe hopefully fixed? Chris Forrester.
They're not getting rid of him,
Yeah, I
unfortunately.
think Shanahan likes him too much.
There's guys that aren't going away. Look, running back coach, he's not going anywhere.
Who's our wide
D-line
receiver
coach, he's not going anywhere.
again?
Chris Kosarek, he's not going
Yeah.
anywhere. You know, those guys, you know, Bobby Turner's gonna Niners, like, you know, practice area someplace. They're just gonna seriously. Bobby Turner's like 80 years old.
Oh
and he's still,
god!
you know,
Right when you said that, I just thought of the most awful thing about like Bobby Turner and being old. I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah, let's
I'll DM it to Cole later.
great evaluator of talent. Great evaluator of running back talent.
Oh yeah. We got Manny here. What happened to CMC? He had a stinger, is what it was, towards the end of the
Yep.
game, and then he ended up coming in, and then obviously they took him out. I think at the end of the game.
Leonard
They waved it wide.
Leonard Hankerson, yep.
So CMC, luckily it wasn't a bad injury; it's just a stinger or whatever. So that's another positive in the season. He was healthy for up until the third quarter of this game.
No, well, what game was it? It was the last Seahawks game that Stinger was acting up to. So I think that thing has just been lingering for him.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who else should be gone? Brian Fleury.
Brian, which coach is that one?
He's the running game coordinator and like tight ends coach. I know he won't be gone though because they had just promoted him like last offseason.
Yeah, but he's not
the
the
tight
problem.
ends coach.
He's not the problem. The problem is execution right now.
Yeah.
Shanahan coached plays were way better than he'd been in a long time because it was weird. The year McDaniel left, Kyle was in like this funk for the playbook. The playbook was in a funk big time when McDaniel was gone. And then that year after, because was that 22? Then McDaniel was gone. I think it was 22, and then 23. Kyle came. Yeah, Kyle came back, and all of a sudden we had, the bomb ass season. So
yeah.
I mean, we probably will have to replace our offensive coordinator because I feel like
I think
Clay
Kubiak's
Kubiak
probably
might get a
one.
job.
We should
Yeah,
go for his
Kubiak might get
brother.
a job.
Sorry, what was that?
We should go for his brother, or not his brother. No, I'm thinking of. We should go for LaFleur's brother. He's like a passing game coordinator for some team. I think Matt LaFleur, Mike LaFleur.
Mike, I think it's Mike.
I am praying to God
Oh, he's on
someone
the
hires the
Rams right now.
LaFleur off the Seahawks.
You saw McDaniel, I guess, is going to interview with the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that scared me. I was talking about that with my friend. I was like, dude, that's automatic Super Bowl contenders again.
Yeah.
Wasn't he gonna
Hurts
also
scary.
go, I think, with the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken?
Now, he interviewed for Cleveland. I don't know about the Ravens, but I know he interviewed for Cleveland to be their head coach, actually.
Mm.
I hope Clint
That's fine with me.
Kubiak
Anywhere,
leaves
but anywhere. I
Seattle.
don't want anywhere in the NFC. So
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, I think Mike McDaniel is a guy who could get something out of Deshaun Watson too. So
yeah, that's true. But I'm still not scared of the Browns. Just
I
a
would be with
franchise.
Deshaun at quarterback. With Shador, I'm really not.
You think
With
Deshaun's
I
going
would.
to be playing? I know he's still under contract and they're paying him so much money, but I don't know. I think his career is done for.
I think you bring him to camp and you let him duke it out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess why not?
But dude, still that dead cap, like.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
why you
the
don't get.
lineups.
That's why you don't. That's why you don't get rid of it. You might as well see what you got.
Yeah.
Right. Should we go for Burrow and trade Turdy? Man, don't disrespect Brock Purdy's name like that.
Don't do it.
Lost.
Yeah.
Look, I would if I could get Burrow, I would trade everybody in this organization for him. I would trade Kyle and Purdy. I would trade Kyle and Purdy for Burrow.
Let me tell you one circumstance I have if you get Joe Burrow, though. And I know Kyle Shanahan in this scenario would be gone, but you have to invest on the offensive line even more.
The Niners' offensive line is 20 times better than that Bengals one right now.
No, but
Yes,
my thing
they
is
are.
like Purdy extends plays. Burrow's more of just that pocket.
Yeah, but Burrow's got such a great arm and a fast release that you just you throw him in pistol or shotgun.
It's a serviceable O line for him.
Yeah, our O line would actually be good for him because he would play like Mac but better.
Yeah.
Because he would get the ball out super quick. Look, he would, like I said, he would play out a pistol or shotgun, and he would basically get the ball 1, 2, 3 and pick it apart. And this offense would look the way, if obviously without Kyle, but it would look the way, if we were talking Kyle's offense, it would look the way Matt Ryan ran the Falcons.
Yeah,
when
no,
Kyle
I'm
was
not denying the
Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than Matt Ryan.
But like I said, but then that's when I make Saleh the head coach, and then I go, Mike McDaniel, I've got a quarterback for you. I've got a quarterback for you.
You don't got to worry about Tua.
That's funny.
Look, and look, I Burrow reminds me of Montana. He moves like him. He looks like him. He's the right size. When he's running with the ball back and forth, he's got the it factor. He looks like Montana.
Mm-hmm. We'll have all of that and more overreactions, I'm sure, in the coming weeks. I'm excited to talk about it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it should be a really good time.
Yeah. All in all, though, guys, thank you. Just from a podcast standpoint, thank you guys for coming on this season. This has been fun, especially Rich and Anshul. You guys, appreciate you for coming on the lives this year.
Yeah, been fun collabing this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to grow this thing going into off season and into next year. It'll be fun going for year 2 with you buddies. So
no, it'd be a good time, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I gotta get something up and running myself. So
yeah, definitely, dude. We're gonna run an empire together, all three of us.
Yeah, let us know, Rich, once you create your
get Nick in here also in the off season
and whatnot.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Rich, got to start up a YouTube for you. We're gonna get your 49er mad retweeter on Instagram too. It's gonna be fun.
I need a I guess I need a TikTok as well. So
you're gonna have to get the TikTok. Yeah,
dude, I cannot motivate myself to do TikTok. Like the last Super Bowl we made, I was like, you know what? That season I'll kind of start posting. Then I did, and then I was just like, nah, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, yeah, I'll go back to it, and then I just don't.
It's a good spot because I mean that's strictly video. So sometimes, but it's weird too because the algorithm sometimes it'll boost your video
there's
for like
so
5,000
many
views, or you'll
bots,
get
though.
2 views. So
There's so many
it's really weird
bots.
algorithm. But
Yeah.
Well, we had a weird night last night on the Red and Gold podcast.
mhm.
That thing hit 500 and something views last night.
Really,
Wow.
That podcast doesn't usually get more than 150 to 200
yeah. Sometimes
views a
YouTube will
week.
do that. A couple like sometimes random boosts because like one of
Yeah.
ours, Rich, I think it was ours. It boosted up to like 300 views. I'm like, whoa! Out of like in the
Yeah.
last it was like 50.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was crazy. I saw it this morning. I sent it to Ryan. I saw it and I said, "Hey, dude." And he's like, "Holy crap." And I'm like, "Yeah." We had a Rams fan from Iraq on the
Whoa,
show.
that's sick.
Yeah, he popped in and we're talking to him and he's like, "Yeah." And so we're thinking he's a 49er fan and he actually goes, "No, I'm actually a Rams fan." So we had a Seahawks fan. We had Seahawk Eddie in there.
Mhm.
Him as a Rams fan, and then obviously the 3 49er fans in there.
That's cool.
And it was funny. All we needed was a Cardinal fan, and we would have been the
round
NFC
table.
West roundtable.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, that's
funny.
what we got to start trying to do next year too. Having like different fans, different fan bases come on.
Yeah.
Like before
Doing
each
collabs
game.
with other creators from the
Mhm.
other teams because
Exactly.
they're up for it. They like it.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
fun. They're usually fun conversations. I like watching those podcasts.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. Last Second
Alright.
Sports, Jesse does a good job with those.
Yeah, he does. I think we'll end it there. I appreciate everybody too in the comments. Thank you, Shiza P, Manny, for you guys' comments, and everybody in the live streams. So they're on X, on YouTube, and Instagram has not been working for me the past couple weeks for the live stream, so nobody on there tonight. But that's gonna do it, guys. 49ers, their season has ended. The magic fizzled out at the end. You know, the Niners couldn't get over their injuries at the last couple seconds of this game, or this last game. Seahawks too good for the Niners. 49ers off season starts tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Thank you guys for joining in. Stay tuned for this off season. Stay around for me, Rich, Anshul, anybody we get on this podcast. Make sure you guys go follow them on their respective platforms. 49er Media, you can find them YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, and then Rich at Rich Bonsall on X as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, thanks for
me
having
on.
me.
It's a
Go
great time.
Niners.
Nice talking with you, and still
Yeah,
faithful.
go Niners. Stay faithful, baby. Round, I don't know how many for the quest of 6, but it starts tomorrow. Off season. Let's do this thing. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Touchdown! San Francisco!